Do you have any puffiness under your eyes or bags that are pronounced no matter what makeup products you put on them? Well, today I'm going to show you a 3-step trick that softens and blurs that under eye area that can minimize and soften and blurs that under eye puffiness, and you won't believe how easy it is. It only involves 3 steps. All the products are from the drugstore, and we're going to do this together. Let's get started. The first step to soften and blur those under eye bags is going to be an eyeshadow primer. And the one I've been using with great success is by e.l.f. It's this. It's the e.l.f. Lock It Down. Let me know if you've tried this because I've only been using it for about a month and I'm super impressed with the performance. Now this has a lot of hydration, which is a bonus for mature eyes over 50 because most of the eyeshadow primers, they dry down pretty matte or satin. This has a lot of moisture. This is what it looks like. Let me blend it out for you and you can see. Look at that. And that extra hydration is exactly what we need, especially under the eyes and of course on the eyelid, but this product is magnificent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on my finger and I'm going to place it in the center of both of my eyes. If you would prefer to apply this with a brush, you just go ahead, or a sponge. But my fingers are best for me, and I feel like I can really let it melt into my skin. And I also press this. So make sure you're not swiping under your eyes. Press it in. So look, it has no color, which is wonderful. And I even pull it here up to this line where a lot of the crow's feet are, but I press this product under here, under the bag. I come underneath here, okay, and all the way across. Now that's a secret as well, because if you just put it up here, that's where the bag is. So to blur and disguise and soften this bag, I pull mine all the way under here. And I think that's why this system has been working for me, is because I'm adding more and to a more prominent area underneath, which helps everything blend together. So I added a little bit more, and here I go. I'm bringing it here. And I already have some on the top. I already put it up here. I put my eyebrows and some mascara on, but I have no makeup on my face except a moisturizer. And see how I'm patting this in and way underneath here. And I also bring this into my inner corner right there because I have so much puffiness there as well. So not only is it the puffy eye bags, it's the puffiness on my inner corner here. But this method is going to help with discoloration, the puffiness, but those bags can be so prominent, but this is really a system that's, can really improve the look and not make them look so pronounced. Okay, that's number 1. Now number 2 is going to be, the product is going to be Physicians Formula Butter Glow Concealer, and I've been using the color light to medium. This is what the product looks like, and let me show you this product. The wand looks like this, and here is what it looks like. It's very thin and nice. As you can see, it's not too fat, which can over-distribute product on you. But I always, again, put it on my hand. This is what it looks like. Now this light to medium is another little key to this system here, this 3-step, because most often I do use a lighter color under my eyes. And I like products that are moisturizing and give some brightness, and very, very thin products. However, this is a darker color than I ordinarily wear. And for some reason, once I finish this whole system with you, you will see the difference, because I think this has such a, almost like a peach look, and it's very neutral. Here, oh, you can see I barely put anything. Look how much product is here. I mean, it's impressive. This would last forever and a day, but you need very, very little. And we don't want too much under the eye because then the thick layers will contribute and make the puffiness look worse. But it's so moisturizing, it's divine, and it's really enhancing to mature skin because it softens. Now let's put it on together. I'm going to come in the inner corner here on both eyes, and then I'm going to place a little bit, I go right there because my puffiness kind of stops right here. So I place it right there. So what I'm going to do again is I press, and I'm not bringing it all the way up underneath my eye. I'm starting down here first where that puffing line is, right there. So I'm pressing underneath right there first, and especially over here. Oh, I get a lot of puffiness on that inner corner of my eye and the red, the blue, the purple, but you can already see how this is masquerading it, and the hydration feels just beautiful. It feels very comfortable, and it's not parching or dehydrating my eye. It feels very supple. Now I'm coming that underneath that we talked about. I'm pressing, and I'm almost, letting it push. I'm pushing it in there like that. Now I'm coming up a little closer to the eyelashes, right there. And I'm going softer now. And now I'm just softly tapping just like that. Can you see? Now just from this moment, we have not distributed the concealer over here on this eye, but I want you to look at the difference of this eye already. We haven't even finished our steps. But this is astonishing to me. And when I put these 3 steps together, I did it day after day. And then I switched some things around with different products. I did not get the same results. So, but use what you have first. Always use what you have. But I think the primer and a concealer, and then the next step, I just really want you to try and let me know. So let's proceed. But you can see the bag here. Look at that bag compared to this bag. And for some reason, it also softens the crinkliness that I have here when I smile. Now, when I smile, it's going to show. But I have to say, this is a tremendous difference. So let's keep blurring. So I've already got this product here. And this is where I'm going to press in. And it's been sitting there marinating. I'm pressing in. Okay, first I press, press, press. It's almost like I'm heating up that product. Press, press, press. Inner corner especially. And now I'm coming under, as you see, under here. And then now I'm going in the center and pulling it up. Closer to the eyelashes. Press here, press, press, and now I'm going to do that real soft motion, like this padding. And I really like to blend that, blend it, so you really can't see. And if you don't like to wear foundation, this could be it, and I've done that actually. I have just put this on just like this and put on a real striking lipstick and some blush, left it alone. On a day I just didn't want to put on any foundation, this did the trick. And I'm going so light. Now it's the light as a feather. Tap your eye just light as a feather. First we pressed in, a little more pressure, and then now it's just light as a feather. Okay, we're going to leave that there. Now that's number 2. Now, as you see, this is a very simple, but it's how you apply these products because there's nothing to it. This is so easy, but it's effective and it makes a difference. Now, the next thing is going to be something very unorthodox. It is the Milani Conceal and Perfect blur out powder. So what I do, I use such a little amount that I only use what's in here. Or you can dip it in your hand or do what you prefer with the loose powder. But the secret to this method is, of course, less is more as always. Now, the brush that I've been using, and I used various brushes working with this over time, and I used a bigger brush thinking it would be better, and I was distributing too much product. So this is a real techniques that I've had for years. So this is almost like a medium-sized brush, and that gives a more strategic placement, I suppose. It has a lot of movement to it. It's not a dense, thick brush because that will deposit too much powder in one area. So because this is so soft, but it's small and fluffy, what I do is I press into this powder and I kind of go all over the brush. You know, I'll kind of swirl it in there, then I'm gonna tap off. And that's why I'm real careful with loose powder because you get so much on that brush. So get it off. Now, this takes patience and it takes very strategic placement. So what I've been doing, and you can already see, it looks really nice. And you could stop right here because you can see the evidence of how my bags look completely different now than when we started. But I'm going to give that blurred focus, and this is called blur out powder. So let's do one eye, and then we're gonna look, and I'll let you determine which one you like. All right, so what I do is I start on the inner corner. I don't start putting powder everywhere because I've made a mess. So I've learned that I start here. I take it right there, not all the way up to the lashes, but kind of here. I'm very soft. And as you see, if I had a big fluffy brush, it would be going everywhere, which is opposite of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be real strategic. And again, I'm pulling way under here. I'm trying to blend under here with my bag. So that's why it's super important, at least that I have found, that I am almost like trying to blend the bag in here with the rest of my skin so they are cohesive and almost like look like one. Now look at this. Now I'm kind of going like this, and then I'm going to stipple it in real softly. I'm not doing this, what do you call that, the windshield wiper or something like that. I'm being so soft. And then I'm coming up here and I am gonna pull that down. Okay, so now you can see powder on one side and no powder on this side. So on my left side, we have none. However, I did put some here in the corner already. I did do that because I always start right here and I soften that. All right, so now let's look at the powder on my right is powdered. And again, this is a very personal choice. So now let's do the other side because you can see the difference. Now, I've already gone here and I'm coming underneath first. All right, underneath, way under here. Just going like this. And now I'm gonna, whatever is left on this brush, I'm not dipping back in, is what I put closest to the lashes. That was something else I wanted to share with you, is that instead of keep adding more product on your brush, use what's left over and then pull it up so it's a real thin layer. And then if you need more, then you can add more. And I'm coming up pretty close. I didn't even put on eyeliner today. I just have on some mascara, and I have on the this primer on my eyelid today because I wanted to keep things as simple as possible so you could focus on the bags. All right. Now it's time to take a real close look. Let me turn to one side. Let me turn to the other side. Let me know what you think, because if you suffer with the under eye bags and you're self-conscious about it and you've tried so many things, you know, it always seems to be that simple is best. Just like the phrase, less is more. This is between the e.l.f. primer, the Physicians Formula, and light to medium. Don't go too light, because I tried doing some lighter ones. It emphasized the puffiness. So make sure you're not using too light of the concealer, and it has a little bit of a more moisturizing quality component to it. And then a loose powder, you know, and use what you have. So let me know what you're thinking about. And I really appreciate you. And thank you for stopping by, and give this video a thumbs up if it helped you and you learned something. And I hope that you join the Ageless by Kimberly community so that we can do makeup together all the time. I appreciate you. I really enjoy when you stop by, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day and take care.